Assalamu alaikum. Today we are studying very important topic, that is parts of speech. Okay, so first of all, what is a part of speech? It is a kind of a name given to a word based on its job that it does in a sentence. Words are divided into different kinds and classes called parts of speech according to their use, that is, according to the work they do in a sentence. Think of a part of speech as a kind of a job title. Just like a person can be a teacher, a doctor, or a lawyer. A word can be a verb, an adjective, or a noun. Alright, so how many parts of speech are there? The parts of speech are 8 in number. Here is a chart for you, and I have arranged it in a chronological order. The first one is noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, conjunction, preposition, and an interjection. We will start talking about noun. A noun is the name given to the person, place, thing, an idea, feeling, and an animal. So, an example is given over here of the person. Ahmed is a good boy. So I have highlighted Ahmed here because Ahmed is a name of a person. It's mean that Ahmed is a person. The next example is of a place, which is I went Centaurus yesterday. Here Centaurus is highlighted here. It's mean that Centaurus is a place, which is a shopping mall in Pakistan. The next example is of a thing. The book is on the table. Table is highlighted here. It's mean that table is a thing. But there are 2 examples of a thing in this sentence. I have noticed the book as also a thing, which means that book and a table both are the example of a thing in this sentence. The next example is of an idea, which is people lost faith in bank. Faith is highlighted here. It's mean that faith is an example of an idea. The next example is about an feeling. Sana loves her cat. Here love is being highlighted here, which means that love is a feeling. The last example The next example is of an animal, which is dog is a loyal animal. Dog is highlighted here, so it is easy for you to figure out the example of an animal. Dog is an example. Okay, so next part of speech is an adjective, which adds something to the meaning of a noun. For example, he is a brave boy. Here, brave is an adjective because it is modifying the quality of a boy. It is telling us that the boy is brave, and it is adding meaning to the sentence. Articles are also adjectives. Here, a is an adjective. It is giving us an answer of a question like, what type of a boy is he? He is a brave boy. Next part of speech is pronoun. It is used to avoid repetition and to make our speech sounds more natural. Pronouns are the words used in place of a noun or instead of a noun. Example is given over here. Look at the example below. Nihal is a boy. He studies in the 10th class. He is a very hard-working student. He keeps his book neat and clean. Kindly take a look at an example. Look at the words which are highlighted with the yellow color. We can also use nihal in all these words which are highlighted here. Nihal, nihal and nihal. But what do you think what happens when we use nihal with all of these sentences? When we use nihal again and again instead of saying he, it will look awkward. So, to avoid awkwardness, we use pronouns. Each is preposition. A preposition is a word that is used with a noun or a pronoun to show its relation to some words. These words, which are described here, like of, at, up, after, under, out, in, to. These words help us to show relationship in time, place, and position. In our example, the pen is on the table. It is giving us the answer of a position. The word on, which is a preposition, it is giving us an answer of a position. The position means the pen is on the table. Pen is placing on the table. The next example, it is giving us the answer of a place. The girl is in the room. In is giving us the direction that girl is sitting in the room or standing in the room. The other examples which are on the left side are on the table, in the jar. Here prepositions are highlighted here, on and in. Our next part of speech is a verb. Verb is an action or a state. Verbs are probably the most important words in the English language, and that is for two reasons. First, every sentence in English must have a verb. You cannot have sentence without verb in English. And the second reason is that only verbs have tenses. For example, past, present, and future. So verbs are really important. What does a verb do? Well, a verb is a word which denotes an action or a state of a subject. State means a situation. For example, in the sentence, baby plays. In this sentence, a verb is plays because that is the action. In the second sentence, you are intelligent. The verb is are, as it is highlighted here. We notice that in the first sentence, we are talking about a physical action. And in the second example, a state, which means a situation we have talked about. The next part of speech is an adverb. An adverb usually modifies the meaning of a verb, an adjective, or another verb. Adverb. An adverb usually answers questions like when, why, how, or in what way. For example, Ali reads quite quickly. Here it is giving us an answer of a question, how Ali reads. An adverb usually ends with words like ly, as you can see in the example. Our next part of speech is an interjection. An interjection is a word in a sentence to express some feelings of mind. For example, feelings of sorrow or surprise, feelings of joy, feelings of excitement. Interjection are the words like oh, ah, alas, cheers, bravo, etc. Oh is used for surprise. Bravo for congratulations. For example, when a person does something extraordinary. Example is given over here. Hurrah, we have won the match. It is showing an excitement and happiness. The last part of speech is conjunction. A conjunction is a word which is used to join two or more than two words or sentences into one. Conjunctions are given over here: for, and, nor, but, or, yet. And to remind these words, a term has been introduced, which is fanboy. You can see that every word is starting with this fanboy. F for, A for and, N for nor, B for but, O for or, and the lastly Y for yet. And the examples are given over here. 2 and 2 makes 4. And the conjunction which is used to combine them is and. The second example is she was poor but was honest. And the conjunction which is used to link is but. This is the end of my lecture. If you have any questions so far, you can ask me in the comment section below. Thank you.